Okay, science group number 1. We're going to finish our book today. We're going to read, we're going to be reading out of your science book on mammals. And today is the last day we're going to be talking about mammals. So I want you to go to the page, it says lesson 7 on it, but it's the one with the kangaroo on it. Okay, just a quick review. Remember we had two groups of animals. We took all the animals and put them into two groups, vertebrates and invertebrates. Vertebrates have backbones. Invertebrates have no backbones. If we just look at the vertebrates with the backbones, then we can put them into 5 different groups of mammals, okay? All the animals that we've talked about in this book is one group of animals that have backbones, and they're called mammals. Next week, we're going to go to another group and start talking about a different group of animals that are not mammals. Okay, so today's the last day. So right here, the very beginning of your paragraph, you have a word. If you want to trace that with your pencil, it says marsupials. Okay, trace that, and then we're gonna begin reading, and I want you to follow me with your finger as we read. There's a lot of hard words in this book, so I want you to see them as I read them and try to pronounce them yourself as I'm reading them. So I'll try to go slow. Marsupials are mammals that have pouches. This means that a baby marsupial lives in a pouch on its mother's belly. Kangaroos are a well-known marsupial. Other marsupials include the koala, the opossum, and the Tasmanian devil. Okay, it's not a devil, it's just an animal called the Tasmanian devil because he makes noises that make him sound like he's really mean, but he's not really that mean, he just sounds scary. Okay, so I like to answer the questions as we go along because then by the time we read the whole chapter, we might forget the first answer. So after you've written your name and date on, well, I wrote the date for you already. Write your name on your paper, please. All right. Question number 1. Let's read it with me. It says, what is special about a marsupial? What makes marsupials different from other mammals? Okay. We just read it. It said that marsupials are mammals that have pouches. So you can, if you want, underline that in your book and copy it onto your paper, or you can copy it off my board. So, what is special about a marsupial? They are mammals. They are mammals that have pouches. And if you look at the picture in your book, you see the kangaroo, and it has a baby's face sticking out of their head, not face, a head, and two or three of its feet. There's a pouch right there, and she carries her baby in there. The other marsupials, like the koala, same thing. They have pouches. So we already answered number 1. If you need to pause the video, go ahead and pause it because I want you to read with me as I read. All right. The next paragraph says, kangaroos are some of the funniest animals to watch. Kangaroos live in Australia. They hop instead of walking or running. So they don't walk, they don't run, they just hop. When a kangaroo baby is born, it is very tiny and it does not look like its parents at all. It looks more like a jelly bean. All right, this tiny baby is called a joey. So take your pencil and go ahead and trace the word joey. And you know what? We forgot to answer number 2. I'm sorry. Let's go back to number 2. Go ahead and finish tracing joey. Then we're going to answer number 2. It says, can you name 3 marsupials? Well, we know one already. It's a kangaroo. So on the letter A, you can answer. Let me erase this. Oops, I forgot the A. You can copy it from here, or you can copy it from the right next to the picture of your kangaroo. The kangaroo's name is there. No. Okay, so that's one kind. It says kangaroos are well-known marsupials. Other marsupials include the koala bear. So let's write koala. Koala bear. And there's also the opossum and the Tasmanian devil. I'm going to write the shorter one of the two, but if you want to write Tasmanian devil, you can, and you can copy it right out of the book. The other one is the opossum. So this is your letter A, your letter B, and C. Okay. And question number 3, it asks, what a baby kangaroo is called a what? Do you remember what we said a baby kangaroo was called? You traced it with your pencil. A baby kangaroo is called a joey. So number 3, the answer is, it's like a boy's name, huh? Joey. A baby kangaroo is called a joey. So let's keep reading. It says, a joey is hairless and blind. So they're born with no hair and they're blind. Shortly after it's born, it slowly crawls to its mother's pouch. Inside the pouch, it nurses and grows for several months. Then we have the word kangaroos in dotted lines. Go ahead and trace that with your pencil. Sound it out as you write it. K, A, N, G, R, ooze. Ooh, oh, multi-letter phonogram. And you can underline that multi-letter phonogram if you want. Ooh, oh, kangaroos. Ooh, it's a first sound. Kangaroos have large hind legs. Hind means behind. That means their back legs. And very, let's turn the next page, large feet that are perfect for hopping. Kangaroos hop faster than many animals can run. Kangaroos are usually awake at night and they sleep during the day. The opossum is the only marsupial that lives in the United States, and we have them here in California. A lot of you have probably seen them on the side of the road. Sometimes they're out crawling around at night and they cross the road and the car comes by and hits it and kills it. And so sometimes you see raccoons. They're not marsupials. You'll see opossums, and they look like large rats, and they have white and gray fur. Actually, there's a picture of it on the bottom of your paper, your book. The opossum is the only marsupial that lives in the United States. It's about the size of a large cat. If any opossum is threatened, the first thing it does is it hiss and show its sharp teeth. If the predator, that means the animal is trying to attack it, if the predator doesn't go away, the opossum rolls over, he goes stiff and stays perfectly still as if it were dead. So it plays dead. Some predators lose interest and they go away. After a while, the possum wakes up and goes on its way. It's pretty sneaky, huh? Most of the marsupials in the world come from Australia. Okay, so we have a map here of the world, all right? We have North America, South America, Africa, Europe, and Australia. How many continents is that? 5 continents, all right? This is where you find marsupials except for one, which is a possum, and that is where we are. I don't know how many parts in the United States we find them in North America, but I do know that we have them here in California. You see them all the time on the side of the road. They only come out at night, and they have a very strong tail. They can hang upside down from a tree with their tail. So this is where you find them, in Australia. Okay. Right. So for the last question, number 4, most marsupials live in Australia. Which one lives in the United States? Which one of these lives in the United States? The answer to number 4 is this one, opossum. Opossum. That's the answer for number 4. Okay. Now, 2 things before I let you go. First of all, you have a picture, and the instructions are count all of the marsupials in the picture and color the picture. Color the whole picture. Use colors that are true to color. So don't color your animals pink or yellow. Color them the way they would really be in nature, because that's how God created them, right? Then it says, how many marsupials did you find? You're going to put the number there. The last thing I want to tell you before I let you go, once you finish coloring this book, you are finished with this book. I need you to return it back to me, okay, on Friday. On Friday, I'm going to give you another book. It's not going to be on mammals. I'm not sure what it is. I think it might be on birds. So bring this back, please, so I can put it in your binder, and I'll give you your new book on Friday. All right? We're all done with our science lesson, and remember to put your name on your paper. All right? We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.